Corla Ara Thasagad Kamohi and the cúramóra Balia, Nakwil Moran Taki up to Alaku, Akawan and leúntas cúramóra, Agus few modulation to genter to means testigest. So Makest Banancheshin, Ken Ur of Vitu, Ekfal Ray Lesh on Tostal Aquanishin, to go to reactinus Lefal Relish, Garmagat.
Gur mágad a heachtas an cheist agus táid ag éirí obair le cuairmií chuní de cheola agus tabránarm níl an freigar agam as béirle, but absolutely I would in future definitely ensure that we have the answers. That's great for you. We are very aware of the key role that family carers are playing. The main income supports to carers that are provided by my department are the carers allowance, carers benefit, domiciliary care allowance and the carers support grant, which will account for over €1.9 billion of my department's budget in 2025. The carers allowance is the main scheme by which my department provides income support to carers, and there are currently 99,256 people in receipt of carers allowance. Carers allowance accounts for €1.24 billion of my department's budget. In common with many other social welfare payments, the primary objective of the carers allowance payment is to provide an income support to people who are providing who experience a contingency that means their capacity to earn an income from employment is significantly reduced. Carers allowance is means tested. It does not require any social insurance contributions. Means tests are used within the social welfare system to target the support to those most in need in a manner that is progressive in terms of income distribution. Income disregards for carers are already the most generous in the social welfare system and are being further improved. This July coming, the weekly income disregard will increase further from €450 to €625 for a single person, from €900 to €1,250 for carers with a spouse or a partner, which means that a carer in a two-adult household with an income of approximately €69,000 will still retain their full carers benefit, and even with an income of €97,000 will retain a partial benefit. The programme for government, as the Deputy has said, commits to continue this process. It will significantly increase the income disregard for carers allowance in each budget of the lifetime of this government, with a view and an aim to ultimately phasing out the means test during the lifetime of this government.
Deputy.
Thank you, Minister. It's over a year since the carers referendum was overwhelmingly rejected. Almost 74% of those that voted said no. It's over a year ago. And the big thing that came up was the abolition of the means test because of the figures you've given, almost 99,000. And of course, we have a lot of other carers as well who are getting absolutely nothing. Some figure is as high as 500,000. And so looking on this as an income support is totally a wrong way to look at it, really. We should look at it in terms of society can't function without carers, and so we need to put an economic value as well as a psychological and a carer's value on it. We need to put an economic value on it, because we cannot talk about a thriving economy if we didn't have carers. So I'm a little disappointed that a year afterwards you're telling me that you're going to work towards the abolition of the means test in the lifetime of this government, which could be another almost 5 years, which is not really, it's failing utterly to recognise the value of the work done by carers. I won't go over my time.
We absolutely value the work of carers, Deputy, I can assure you that, and that has been shown by the work in the last number of years in relation to the income disregards, which will take effect again this July. Also, the introduction of the long-term carers contribution scheme in January 2024. And under that scheme, a person who has been a full-time carer for an incapacitated dependent for at least 20 years or 1,040 weeks can get long-term carers contributions to cover gaps in their contribution record, and that will allow them to qualify for a state pension, a contributory state pension, and that was the first time that has happened. I also, the carers benefit payment has been extended to self-employed, and we've also introduced and increased the carers support grant to €2,000, which is the highest rate, that particular payment, that has ever been. I have already gone through the income disregards, which will go from 450 to 625 for a single person, from 900 to 1,250 for a carer with a spouse or partner. And that, Deputy, shows that since June 2022, a cumulative increase in the disregard is €292.50 for a single carer, €585 for a carer who's part of a couple. That gives you a direction of travel and a direction of where we're going with this. And I think I am determined to continue the work of my predecessor, Heather Humphreys, in this regard.
Deputy.
Minister, I don't doubt your bona fides, but the referendum was overwhelmingly rejected, and it was overwhelmingly rejected because of the false narrative that was played out and because of hypocrisy and a failure to recognise that we can't function as a society without carers, the vast majority of whom are women and who are not paid. And so we need to recognise that. And while I welcome the changes that have been made, and they're positive, it's an utter failure, an abject failure, to recognise that we need to value the work of carers in a manner that's real and realistic with the value on it. Now, specifically, I understand an interdepartmental committee was set up and that they were supposed to report back to you. The Minister for Social Protection was to receive a report from the working group by Q3 of last year. As of the 27th of February, a month or two ago, the Minister had not received the report. Has that work concluded? Is the report somewhere? Have I missed it?
Sorry, what?
An interdepartmental committee was set up, cross-party, on this.
All right.
Yeah, on this, as I understand it. So I wish you could just clarify that for me, please. Thank you.
Minister.
I'll clarify it for you afterwards. But we are looking at everything. I just absolutely won't accept your contention, Deputy, that we don't value carers. We absolutely do. And we have shown through a number of initiatives in recent years that we do that. Initiatives in relation to annual budget, contributions around income disregards, around the carer support payment, but the introduction of the insurable credits. That shows that people who have cared over many, many years can now get a contributory stage pension, which they couldn't before the introduction of this. I'll revert to you in relation to the report, but I've had engagements even yesterday with the carers organisations in relation to their agendas, not just in the social protection space, but across other government departments as well. And we will work with colleagues across government in relation to carers, to improving the lives of carers, because I absolutely value each and every one of them. What they're doing, not just for the state, but for communities right around the country, what they're doing for their families and the people they care for. And while I'm a minister and have the privilege of being a Minister of Social Protection, I will work to ensure that our department does everything to protect and to engage with them. And we'll be having direct engagements with carers from all over the country in the Carers Forum during May.
Thank you. On this question, Deputy.
So that was a review of the carers. I understand that was a review of the carers allowance.
I'll come back to you on that.